For today's students, growing up with the emerging technologies at their fingertips has blurred the lines of work and social, of study and entertainment, of private and public. They now live in an open book environment, just a few clicks away from any piece of information. They connect in a borderless world across countries and cultures, and they communicate in a post-literate community where texts and tweets are brief and where visuals and videos get the most cut through. So how can we understand the emerging generations and their learning habits? Well, here are 5 characteristics of today's students. Number 1, they're social. Traditionally, learning took place in the classroom and the practice and application through homework. However, in the 21st century, content can now be accessed through technology anywhere at any time, and often in very visual and engaging forms. Thus, we have the flipping of education, where the learning takes place outside the classroom, but the essential engagement and practice is still conducted at school by the all-important facilitator rather than the teacher. Number 2, they're mobile. Not only through technology do today's students interact, but they are mobile in terms of the jobs they will have and the homes they will live in. It is therefore important to think about how you can equip this generation with not just content but resilience in a changing world. Number 3, they're global. Today's generation of students are truly global and are the most likely generation to work in multiple countries. They're the most globally connected and influenced generation in history and are not limited to the local, but are global as never before. Number 4, they're digital. We've called the emerging generation Gen Alpha, but we also call them Generation Glass because it is not just pen and paper, but iPads and screens on which they will learn, which are designed to not just display the written, but the visual. While today's students need literacy, they also need digital skills to thrive in this changing world. Number 5, they're visual. In an era of information overload, messages have increasingly become image-based and signs, logos and brands communicate across the language barriers with colour and picture rather than with words and phrases. Our analysis of learning styles has shown the dominance in visual and hands-on learning above the auditory delivery form which has traditionally dominated the classroom. So there you have an overview of today's learners who are social, mobile, global, digital and visual.